August 1914. The Great War. They said it would all be over by Christmas. But a year passed, and the lanes of England still echoed to the tramp of marching feet. With each month, still more of England's manhood was drawn to the battlefields of France. Life at home would be difficult without them, and those left behind needed strength and courage. For the young, it was a time of great adventure, the adventure of filling their father's place in a nation stripped of men. One such adventurer was Tom Grattan, and this is his story.
I've got a story to tell you. It all started on a hot summer's day, just like this afternoon, more than half a century ago. At this very gate, Major Ralph Kirkby said goodbye to his wife and daughter Julie and rode away to join his regiment, about to sail for France. His eldest son, Robert, even more impatient to serve his king and country, rode at his side. I was only a young lad then, but I remember 'em as they rode so proudly by. Mrs. Kirkby and Julie did their best to keep this farm running without them, but it was too much for them. And then, with the coming of spring, 1915, it seemed that help, so desperately needed, was at hand. Mrs. Kirkby received a letter from London telling her that her relative was going to come and stay on the farm with them until the war was over. He was a boy of just 15. His name, Tom Grattan. Tom's mother had died when he was but a child. Now, in the new year, his father had joined the army. So Tom had to make the long train journey north from London by himself. For a boy of his age, this was exciting enough. There were new things to see and new places to look at. But all the same, if Tom could have chosen, he would have been beside his father in the trenches. And how he longed for that day. But in the meantime, a man's job awaited him, helping the women folk left behind to run the Kirkby farm.
All right.
There was Julie, who was just 17, and found it hard not to complain sometimes. It was her mother's strength that carried both of them through the long winter. She looked forward to Tom's arrival eagerly. Any help is better than none, Mrs. Kirkby thought to herself. And that's what she told old Stan as he set off to the station to meet Tom Grattan. But he doubted how useful the raw city lad would prove. As the train pulled away, leaving Tom alone on a deserted platform, the last link with his old life seemed to go with it. He could scarce have known how different his new life was to be. A life full of strange and exciting adventures. He was to be met at the station. Tom hopefully approached the only transport that was waiting.
I'm Tom Grattan, sir.
You young Tom Grattan?
Yes, sir.
Come on, up you get. Come on, Ron. Up. Come on, lad. Well, there you go. Come on.
A fresh March wind whipped Tom's cheeks, and suddenly, before him lay what was to him a new world. For a boy who had spent all his life in mean London streets, the wide, wild beauty of the Yorkshire dales was a revelation. But then, as the trap mounted up further into the moors, the ordered fields gave way to sharp, forbidding rocks. Cold shadows fell across their path. This was a strange, wild place.
Why are we stopped here, sir?
I'm just going to have a look at my snares. See if I've catched any rabbits.
Can I come?
No, you best stop here. I shan't be more than a minute. Here, catch hold of them.
Centuries of wind and rain had cut weird faces into the stones. The rocks seemed to leer down threateningly at Tom. Alone in such a place, Tom's excitement gave way to his first sharp stab of fear.
isn't it?
There's somebody watching me.
Hey, where?
Over there.
I can't see anybody. Perhaps it's light playing tricks. It does, you know, at this time of day. Catch.
I'm sure I saw somebody.
Well, what if you did? You're a rare sight. We haven't seen one of your sort round here before, huh? I often see faces at trees, hear voices in the wind, but I know they're not real. I know it's really my own mind working, do you see? But I shouldn't like to stay out here. Not all night. Not here. Oh, come on, let's get off home before we both start seeing ghosts. Come on, Ron.
In spite of Stan's laughing words, Tom was not sorry to leave the strange and menacing rocks behind, and finally complete his long journey to the remote Kirkby farm.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Welcome to the farm. How are you?
Oh, very well, thanks.
We got a room all ready for you.
Julie, this is Tom Grattan.
How do you do?
Hello. Here, let me.
Come on then, let's all go into the house. All right, Sam?
All right, now.
On his first day, Tom went to work with a will. He was confident that now he had arrived, he would soon have everything under control. Only as the day wore on that Tom found, to his surprise, that strange as he was in this new world, there was still a lot to learn.
How many have you got today, Tom? 3.
4?
All right, Julie. If you're finished, there's plenty more I can find for you to do. Now, come on.
I was just going over to Stan's to fetch the taters.
No, we'll leave that for now. I want you to help me here.
Can I go?
Well,
I can manage the trap.
are you sure? Oh, well, all right then. Now, Stan's got some taters for me. I want you to bring me a couple of sacks. More if you can spare them.
Excuse me. Come on, boy. Come on. Giddy up. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Giddy up. Come on, boy. Giddy up. Come on. Come on, giddy up. No! No!
That evening, Julie and her mother sat writing to Major Kirkby and to Robert, far away in the trenches. Tom thought on the strange and furtive figure he had glimpsed yet again among the rocks. But try as he might, he could not understand why anyone should spy on him. As always, Tom's mind returned to the war, and the magazines we used to get, which filled our heads with tales of heroes and of glory, of battles won, and of advances against terrible odds.
Told Dad there's no need to worry about us now that we've got a man about the house.
Oh, we'll make a farmer out of him yet. I wish Major Kirkby could see you, Tom. He'd be right pleased with the way you're getting on. That's Major Kirkby, and that's Robert. They look alike, don't they? We were lucky to have them both home together. They had 3 whole weeks before the Major got his posting. Still, his letters are always cheerful, and he says they're quite a long way from the front line. What's the matter, Tom? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
Mrs. Kirkby, I've seen the Major before.
When was that?
Today.
Oh, don't be so daft, lad.
It's all those war magazines putting silly ideas into his head.
No, it's not. It's true, I have seen the Major.
Tom, time to collect the eggs. Chickens, Tom.
He doesn't like doing the chickens, do you, Tom?
All right, then Julie can do the chickens. You can go and muck out the pigs.
No, it's all right. I'll do the chickens. I suppose I have to get used to it. Don't be scared, it's only Tom. That's it. No, don't be scared. It's Tom Grattan. He's come to get the eggs. Don't worry.
I don't think you ought to tease Tom about the chickens.
Well, it seems odd a lad of his age afraid of them.
Give the lad a chance. It's still strange to him living here. Think how you'd feel if you suddenly found yourself living in London.
Wish Dad and Robert were here.
Well, you can't blame Tom because they're not. Oh, don't worry, love. They'll soon be back.
They don't all come back.
I got a dozen today. No, 13.
Good lad, Tom.
So Tom, conqueror of chickens, settled into his place in the hard life of the farm. In the lengthening evenings, after his tasks for the day were done, he explored the surrounding countryside, discovering new and exciting things everywhere. The fast-flowing river in the valley became his favourite haunt. The magic of this spot gradually washed the memory of the sinister watcher from his mind. It was the stranger again. Here was the chance he needed. Now he could really prove to himself that this was indeed Major Kirkby. So it was Major Kirkby. This time, Tom knew there could be no mistake. That night, Tom tried vainly to get to sleep. Major Kirkby. What was he doing here? As Tom well knew, he should have been with his regiment, far away across the Channel in France. But he was here, skulking like a hunted animal among the rocks. Whatever his purpose, it could scarce be honourable. Tom listened to the wind howling around the eaves and wondered where the mysterious Major was now.